It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. Cincinnati Bengals and the Carolina Panthers. And it comes your way next.
It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football. Welcome to the booth. Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
Out is Eddie Pinheiro to get this one started. And off we go from Charlotte. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. And they keep him healthy because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LA Super Bowl. Now Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
Now the replacement for Joe Mixon, it's Zach Moss. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. That's a gain of 15, and the Bengals going to have a first down.
Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He will get into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. And, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers coming out, and they're led by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Rocky rookie season for the number 1 overall pick out of Alabama. But, Greg, here's the guy the Panthers hope can get this franchise going in the right direction.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. Throwing, and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? The motion man is Johnson. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
I had a rule, Mike, when I was playing that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all. And I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. The Bengals offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Burrow here on 2nd down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to be 3rd down. They go play action for Burrow. He'll get this complete. It's Moss. And he's going to be out of bounds just past the marker. The ball was in the proper place for a new set of downs.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
On the handoff, this is Moss. And a short pickup past the 25. Now a second down throw for Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. We'll try to run it here with Moss. It's a gain of 12 there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
On first down, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one finds Chase. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
He is going to have a Bengals first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Burrow now to throw on first down. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. To throw is Burrow. That is caught by the tight end. Drew Sample. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule, the closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bengals move out on top, 14-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. Now he takes off. And Young will have a 1st down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Got a man. That's Leggett. And he's going to be taken down. What a pickup. A gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. It's the most valuable real estate in football. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
To say football is a game of inches may be an understatement after that last play. I mean, if he gets there just a little bit quicker, he can get 2 hands on it and reel it in. And instead of just forcing the incomplete, he could have had himself a pick.
And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. To throw is Burrow. Open man is the tight end Sample. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Throwing is Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it'll bring up second down. Now, Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Quarterback knew the blitz was coming. You could hear him pre-snap communicating with the guys up front, making sure everyone knew who they were responsible for, but sometimes it's just the perfect defensive call, and there weren't enough blocks to count for all the rushers. He had to get the ball out quick, and thankfully for him, he got it out just in the nick of time.
Second down, Burrow. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 14-3 is the score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. On first and 10, Burrow. Man coming free. Higgins wide open. He is in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals move out to a 21-3 advantage. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Young. He's got a man. It's the former Steeler, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Young. That's taken in right side by Leggett. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! Now Burrow on the bootleg. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Burrow here on 2nd down. To the left side. Caught by Chase. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Burrow and his favorite target, Chase, for the Cincinnati first down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Off he goes.
Well, the quarterback didn't gain a whole lot there, Mike, but frankly, he didn't need a whole lot either. Nice job understanding the situation, when to pull it down, and he's able to pick up the first down on his own.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 14 on the pickup. And the Bengals going to have a first down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. Back to throw, Burrow. And this ball incomplete on third down.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Young to throw on 1st and 10. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down. They'll motion over Thielen. Young to throw on 1st down. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Tremble comes in motion. Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. On 1st and 10, here's Young. And a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. He runs with it, and he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and 6. Tremble comes in motion. They'll go play action with Young. This throw left side taken in by Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Young. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Carolina. On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Panthers get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. Both teams ready to go once more. As the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Past midfield. It's a foot race. And he's going to take this all the way back. 92 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and veteran wideout Adam Thielen set to take over once more. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. On 1st down is Young. A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. 16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. And another 1st down, and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll send him over to the left. Young. Gonna set up the screen here to Hubbard. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, Young. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often, they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Panthers. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. He knocks it through. Panthers are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Travion Williams to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A first down throw for Burrow. Open man is the tight end Sample. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Play action now. It's Burrow. A dive and a catch. Incredible. One big play followed by another. This one good for 28.
I always like to say, Mike, receivers in the NFL, they're not paid to make the easy ones. They're paid to make the hard ones, and that certainly is in that category, and he's able to move the chains because of it.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he'll be taken down. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Two defenders in the area, Mike, but it just doesn't seem to matter. This is an offense that continually trusts their guys to make big plays regardless of the coverage, and they're able to pick up a fresh set of downs because of it.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Burrow to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, Burrow. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
As you could probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Here's the pistol snap to Young. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. His ability to find open space and be friendly for the quarterback. It's easier said than done. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
From the gun, it's Young. That's over the middle and caught by Leggett. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Here's Young. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers will cut into that lead. Seven seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A run with Moss to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Tremble comes in motion. Throwing on second down, Young. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Tremble comes in motion. To throw, Young. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Young. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. A second down throw for Young. He'll get this into the hands of Keelan. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. It's a Carolina first down. On play action, Young. Open man is Johnson. He's got him. And he will score. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So now the Panthers and Young will attempt the two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught. And he cannot get in. The try for two comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Travion Williams. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Burrow now to throw on first down. He'll try to set up the screen with Moss. He's twisted down, and a late flag comes in. We're going to get a face mask added on here. They go play action for Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Cincinnati first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one. Now this looks like a design run, and no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Burrow here on second down. Quickly to the outside and complete. Here's 3rd and 7. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. Here, the ball is thrown short. The idea is get the ball in the hands of your playmaker and let him pick up the rest with his feet. But you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and Deontay Johnson getting set to get back to work. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Motion man set right. Young to throw on 1st and 10. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
On 2nd down, a run with Hubbard. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Man in motion, heading left. Out of the shotgun, Young. Throw to the sideline, well done. Good job with the feet, stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes they do, have the first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks, it's a first down. Young to throw on first down. Open man downfield, it's Leggett. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll motion over Thielen. On 1st and 10, here's Young. He'll get this complete. It's Thielen over the middle. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Young. He'll go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Here's Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Tremble comes in motion. On the give, it's Hubbard. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 55 yards on the game.
This is one of those plays, Mike, where just everything aligns. It's the right play call, the right target, an accurate ball, and then a lot of room to run after the catch. So this is high-level offense at its finest, and if they can continue to find these matchups and these holes in the secondary with this quarterback and this playmaker group, man, this is a tough offense to slow down.
Gesicki, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, Burrow. This one caught at the 4. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. To throw is Burrow. To the goal line and in. Through Sample. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will extend this third quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. On 1st down is Young. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Jonathan Brooks out of the backfield. And it'll be 2nd down. The motion man is Johnson. On 2nd down, Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They motion the slot man left. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take it. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Working out of the gun, Burrow. For the sideline, brought in by Chase. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Burrow. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 37 yards.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
First and 10 now from the 36. They bring Chase in motion. On first down, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Gesicki, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Open man is the tight end, Sample. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Burrow here on second down. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Gesicki, the man in motion. To the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
They'll try it now with Moss. Oh, they get him down short, but the penalty marker comes in. And that may be a lifeline to the offense. Now it is 1st and goal. Gesicki, the man in motion. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. And goal. Throwing is Burrow. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be yanked down awkwardly there. Here comes the flag. Almost certain to be a face match. So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. They'll run with Moss. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Here's Brown. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on third and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Third and goal. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now this team's offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Out of the shotgun, Young. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. To throw is Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Back to throw, Young. To set up the screen here to Hubbard. And they'll get him down, but it looked like it was by the face mask. And if that's the case, that's going to give him a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Young. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
Throwing on second down, Young. This one to the tight end, Tremble. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
On first and 10, here's Young. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
That's right side, taken in by Tremble. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. A second down throw for Young. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Third and long. Mingo, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Young. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This one will be from 37 yards out. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Panthers are back within 2 scores. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are a reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They go play action for Burrow. A throw on the move is caught. 17 yards on that connection. And the Bengals going to have a first down. To throw is Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Burrow. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Burrow now to throw on first down. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Looked like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Gesicki, the man in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're right hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
A first down throw for Burrow. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
So often we see when those balls get deflected up into the air, they usually turn into interceptions. I think the offense dodged a bullet here, and they're fortunate there was nobody in the area to come down with that pick.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Now he'll run. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. On the ground, it's Brown. Marked down at the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the top, he's got it. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bengals tack on one more to their lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 20 offense. This next possession, he'll start out first down and 10. Here's Young. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw, Young. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And that is incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Bengals offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Moss. He'll be stopped just a short gain, down to the 30. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Moving the tight end right. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Run over center with Moss. And that won't help a lot. Manages a yard for that run. 3rd and long coming up. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They go once more with Moss. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This will be from 47 yards. 3 for 3 in the game as this one is also good. And the Bengals will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. This team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
It's no secret this day has been a rough outing all around, so at this stage of the game, really no choice but to remain aggressive and just try to find something positive on a day where there's been a lot of negative.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, that tip ball, I think, just saved a huge play because this offense found something. They had an open target with a lot of room to run, and unfortunately for them, the defender gets his hand on the ball, and that went away pretty quick.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Now Young. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. They'll run it out of the gun with Moss. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.